Welcome back. All right, you didn't think I forgot player power rankings, did you? Well, I went out today for coffee and so delayed a little bit, but since there's just the two games tonight, we're in between the first and second period of Minnesota Edmonton as I record this. Why not discuss 15 goaltenders that I feel like belong on the power rankings this week? Honorable mentions to Dostal and Stolars. Dostal's had a rough month, so even though the overall goal saved above expected that I talk about a lot in these videos is still high, his play lately has definitely dropped off a bit. So 1 through 15 are on the board. Let's go ahead and start with number 15. Number 15 is Joey Daccord. So from Seattle, Joey Daccord. His goals saved above expected. I really hope I line this up properly. His goal saved above expected 10.0. His save percentage this last month sits at a 905. Now, Deccord's other numbers I took into account. His goal saved above expected per 60 minutes, 0.413. That's for the season. This month he is 2-3. His quality starts this past month, meaning games that he's played where he's had a save percentage, that he started that he's had a save percentage above 900, 40% for Daccord. So that hurt him. That's why he ends up at number 15. Number 14 from the Toronto Maple Leafs. So Stolars is out. Woll is in. Woll's overall goal saved above expected currently sits at 9.6. His goal saved above expected per 60 minutes is 0.446. He's 6-4 this past month. His save percentage this last month is 899. So that bumps him down a bit. His quality starts 50%. 50% of his starts gives you a save percentage of 900 or better. All right, number 13. And I didn't think we'd see a San Jose goaltender on this board for any of these videos this year, but Askarov's played enough that he belongs on this board. His goal saved above expected, 4.1. However, per 60 minutes, 0.516, so that's pretty high. 2-3-1 record this past month. He has a save percentage, though, of 914, and his quality starts total, 66.7% of the games he started. So Askarov's on the board. It'll be very difficult for San Jose to figure out what they're going to do once Vanacek's good to go. I would think Vanacek likely gets traded, and I think Askarov's shown that he belongs in the National Hockey League going forward as at least 1A, 1B, I would think, for San Jose. Number 12 on the board. Despite having missed as much action as he has, I feel like Ullmark does belong on this board for this video. His overall goal saved above expected this season, 9.2. Per 60 minutes, 0.430. Now, he only has a 2-0 record for the past month. 957 save percentage, however. So somebody's going to fast forward to the end and say, well, how can Ullmark be that low? Because he's been injured most of the month. 66.7% of the times he's started, he has given them a save percentage of 900 or better. So Ullmark's number is very good. Just I didn't feel like any higher than 12th worked because he hasn't played, for my money, enough. Number 11 on the board. Get the Utah Magnet on the board there, and it's Vejmelka. So Vejmelka's had a strong first half of the season. His overall goals saved above expected currently sit at 12.0. There we go. He has 0.458 goals saved above expected per 60 minutes. He has a 4-5-1 record this past month and a 908 save percentage. His quality starts number sits at 50%. So that bumped him down a little bit. That Vejmelka's quality starts is a little bit lower. But yeah, number 11 for Utah and Vejmelka. Number 10, the other goaltender from Anaheim. Gibson's outplayed Dostal over the last month. His goals saved above expected currently sits at 11.3. Remarkably, per 60 minutes, he's sitting at 0.670. That number's excellent. He's 2-3-1 over the last month. 42.9% of the time he gives them a quality start. His save percentage 905. And the fact that he plays for the Ducks, yeah, his numbers are excellent. The Ducks defensively maybe a little bit better than they're given credit for, but I think Gibson's been fantastic, and the goals saved above expected, considering he hasn't played as many as some of the other goalies on the board. It's still impressive. Number 9 on the board this week. from the Vegas Golden Knights. Adin Hill. Hill, in terms of goals saved above expected, currently sitting at 8.7. Yeah, I've got a whiteboard right here that's got all the numbers on it, so I'm simplifying it because I don't have enough room for everything that I wrote down. Hill, 0.330 goals saved above expected per 60 minutes. He has a 5-2 record over the last month. His quality starts number, 57.1%, and a 918 save percentage over the last month. So Adin Hill giving Vegas quality numbers over the past month, and one of the many reasons why Vegas has a fantastic record and sits right at or near the top of the standings, depending on which day of the week you're watching this. They're right in there, though, and I think the back and forth between they and the Winnipeg Jets, and I mean, Washington's going to be in there too. It's fun to watch, especially as we get towards the trade deadline and then beyond. So there's your first column. We move into the top 8 now. Number 8 from the Montreal Canadiens is, well, it's Sam. I mean, Dobesh hasn't played enough to get on this board. Not yet. Montembeault, 9.5 goals saved above expected. So that number is excellent. 0.304 per 60 minutes. 7-2 run record the last month. 900 save percentage over the last month as well. And quality starts, you get a quality start from Montembeault 50% of the time. Again, over the past month. Montembeault, very good numbers. One of the very many reasons, it seems, that Montreal finds themselves far more relevant right now than anybody had expected them to be before the season started. Number 7 on the board from Minnesota. Just watched him in the first period. Gustafsson. Now, Gustafsson's numbers have started to suffer a bit. I think the team in front of him is also part of the reason why, because they're dealing with so many injuries. 14.8 goals saved above expected so far this season. It's a very strong number. 0.506 per 60 minutes. Over the last month, he's 4-3, giving them quality starts 62.5% of the time. His save percentage, 902 over the last month. So Gustafsson's numbers, it does feel like, have come down to earth a little bit, but that goal saved above expected for the entire season, and this is for the whole season. This is for the past month. His numbers over the season, very, very strong. So Gustafsson, number 7 on the board this time around. Number 6 from the New York Rangers. It's Igor. It's got to be Igor. Because Jonathan Quick, not in this category. Quick had a really good start, but his numbers have dropped off over the last little bit here. 12.4 goals saved above expected for Shesterkin per 60 minutes, 0.439. He's 3-4-1 over the last month. 62.5% of his starts are of the quality variety, and his save percentage over the last month, 910. So I've seen a lot of criticism of Shesterkin, and now he's not playing all that well, but he's been quite good. I'm also going to throw out there, because I always get asked, is Bobrovsky on the list? No. Bobrovsky's numbers this year have not been strong enough consistently for him to get on the board. Would I be surprised if he has a great second half? No, not at all. Florida's in that place now where they've won a Stanley Cup, so nobody takes them lightly, and people still see them as a huge threat, and Bobrovsky's part of that too. So Igor Shesterkin, number 6 on the board this time around. Number 5. It's Dustin Wolf. So for Wolf, goals saved above expected for Wolf, 8.6. Per 60 minutes, 0.371. Over the last month, he's 6-1-1. 62.5% of his starts have been of the quality variety, and his save percentage, 919. So there's Wolf. And if you're going to ask about Lankinen's save percentage over the last month is 873. So there's no way I could even come close to arguing Lankinen into the top 15. There's no way that can be done. So Wolf's in the top 5. Part of the reason why Calgary's in the playoffs right now? Absolutely. Number 4, the former Calgary Flames goaltender, Markstrom. Markstrom's had a good run with the New Jersey Devils thus far. Markstrom, goals saved above expected, 14.1. That number's fantastic. 0.426 per 60 minutes in terms of goals saved above expected. 6-2-2 over the past month. 80% of his starts are of the quality variety, and his save percentage over the last month is 927. So, yeah, Markstrom's playing pretty well. Markstrom's giving them some good quality goaltending in New Jersey. Number 3, a goaltender I've been a fan of for a while. I still think that it's a shame Thompson wasn't able to work things out in Vegas, because Thompson, in terms of goals saved above expected, 21.2. Yeah, Logan Thompson's having a great year. 0.890 goals saved above expected per 60 minutes. He's 7-1-1 in the last month. 75% quality starts for him, and his save percentage 936. So yeah, Thompson's playing pretty well. Really, really strong numbers for Logan Thompson. And so he's number 3 on the board. And I tried to make sure I was getting stuff in for the last month, because obviously how somebody's been playing over the last month should go towards the overall power rankings. That's the reason Dostal's not on the list. Stolarz isn't on the list either. Number 2. So at the start of the year, there's no way anybody would have believed that a goaltender from Colorado was necessarily going to be top 2 in a goaltender power rankings. But here we are. It's Mackenzie Blackwood. Blackwood's goals saved above expected is currently at 15.8. That's insane. His numbers have been great in Colorado. Goals saved above expected per 60, 0.546. He's 8-2-1 in the last month. 90% of the starts that he's had for Colorado have been quality starts. So a save percentage of 900 or better. And his save percentage over the last month, 937. So no matter what metric you're using for Mackenzie Blackwood, he's having a good time for himself in Colorado. He is quite happy to be out of San Jose. He has not seen a drop-off since he got his new contract. In fact, I think he's played better. I mean, think about it. You're not worried then about leaving, or you're going to get traded again at the deadline. You're staying in Colorado, and you're in Colorado. You're playing behind some of the best players in the National Hockey League. You've got a great chance at a Stanley Cup. So, yeah, Blackwood's doing his part. Which brings us to number 1. And the funny thing is, while I was putting this together, my wife said to me, she said, so number 1's Hellebuck, right? And I was like, well, who else is it going to be? There is no argument that I can make for anybody else. When you look at the goals saved above expected at 27.5, and yeah, I got that number from Money Puck. 0.784 goals saved above expected per 60 minutes over the last month. 8-1-1 record. Quality starts in 80% of his games, and a save percentage of 935. So I could have tried. I could have tried to say, well, maybe Blackwood, but I can't. I can't make an argument for anybody over Hellebuck right now. So let's see. You got Central, Metro, Pacific, Metro, Central, and then Atlantic. The first goaltender that comes in from the Atlantic is Montembeault from Montreal. You've also got Ullmark and Woll from the Atlantic division on the board. Yeah, but there you go. A lot of goaltenders from the Pacific. Who would have thought? Last year, I did a video, I remember, talking about goaltenders and pointing out that it felt like the Pacific didn't have as many really excellent goaltenders. That seems to have changed a little bit, or they're playing better. One or the other. But there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below, as always, and I'm sure you will. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe in the event you may not have done so already. Thank you guys so much for all your support as always. I will talk to you again soon.